I've been acted in a movie, a single serial. Also,
Oh,
I've done many dramas and plays. I had lost hopes through MBA, so I started planning to go abroad.
so like how much was your CET percentile roughly?
It was 80 percentile. This was the first company with the highest package mentioned, like 19.75 and.
Hello everyone. So we have Gaurav Kedari, okay, who's right now in the second year of the Vivekanand Business School. And the main reason why we have brought him here to discuss is about his journey of how he cracked the international placement of 19.75 lakhs, from VBS, which is the Vivekanand Business School. So Gaurav, firstly, welcome to this interactive video.
Thank you, and first of all, good afternoon to you.
Yes, so we're very excited to share your experience. I just was having the conversation with you before we started off the recording here, and you mentioned about your background, of coming from a non-engineering background, and still making it big, in an MBA placement. Because many times normally students think that अरे जो engineer लोग होते हैं वही लोग अच्छा placement crack करते हैं like that. So tell us about your journey, about your firstly tell us about your background, before even the MBA thing. What is your background before MBA?
Okay, so first I'll start with exactly what I was planning to do previously doing an MBA. So I was pursuing my graduation from KJ Somaya, and my specialization was in finance, and I was quite happy with finance at that time, but later on I understood that I'm not fit for finance. Okay, I
So
can.
you were doing what, like BCom, or you're doing
I
BMS?
was doing bachelor's in management studies, which is BMS finance.
BMS in finance. Okay, great.
Yes. So I continued finance, and I did that for 2 years, and post that with that, while doing my graduation, I was preparing for UPSC. So I was not eligible at that time because my age, I'm like, I'll certainly students get graduated at 21. I was getting graduated at 20. So I had 1 year of 1 year gap to study for UPSC, and I can attempt at the age of 21. So I was preparing for UPSC, and then I understood that yes, I'm not a fit over here as well. So I was studying finance. I understood that I'm not a fit over there. Then I studied UPSC. I was doing sports at that time, and I thought that I'll do my career in sports and going into sports management. But yes, I was experimenting many things. Okay, I was into sports. Then I knew that I am a professional football player actually, and past 3 years I've not been playing because of 2 years of COVID and 1 year of my MBA, and currently I'm in second year. So that was happening. And apart from that, I've been into cultural activities. So I've been acted in a movie, a single serial. Also, I've done many dramas and plays, skits.
Oh, great.
From since 8th standard. Okay, I've been doing this. So I thought that I could make a career in acting field as well, being an actor. But certainly, I was getting hints from the surrounding that yes, I'm not fit for all of these. What I'm trying. I'm a management guy. I've been managing things, and I'm a leader inborn. So I was planning for going into the management field. So it was a dream since the graduation that I'll be doing UPSC or MBA. So UPSC got a halt, and then management MBA got a plan which came inside. So I was preparing.
But that's pretty much quite a versatile profile to have. Okay, and probably I'll highlight this point to all the viewers who's going to watch this. That profile in MBA matters a lot. Okay, and I think this is one of the great examples to give. Okay, where football, you see that, like something on the sports front, something on the culture side, or you can talk about creative personality, the acting, and all of that. So it's always good to do something that you are always interested in. I mean, not necessary that you end up making a career in that, but that definitely defines you as a person. So great profile, Gaurav.
So yes, I had a great profile, but actually I required few great marks in the entrance exams to get into, in the IIMs and IIFT. I was an undergrad when I was giving these exams, like CAT, IIFT, ZAP, during my undergrad. I had lost hopes through MBA, so I started planning to go abroad. I started taking out quotations from many institutes who global opportunities and these institutes. So I started looking for Canada and Australia and New Zealand as an option for MBA. So I had to do an MBA in international business. So in India, you have few colleges for international business. So I was planning for these countries, but the expenditure was huge. Okay, so I had to invest 40, 50 lakhs to get into, and then it was a huge process. Okay, so
Yeah.
and going abroad was a dream for me. Okay, so I had to do something abroad. I had to learn internationally, going cross your home boundaries and everything. So that also didn't happen because COVID happened suddenly. So those plans also got halted, and then I was worried about my career. Like 1 year ka gap, I can't take it. Okay, if I lose on education, I'll completely lose it. So I planned that whatever score I had in CET, I'll go for college whichever suits me. So Vivekanand at that time had international business as an option.
Yeah.
So I played a gamble over there and I applied to Vivekanand at that time and I got into Vivekanand. And I was quite happy at that time because I had international business as a field.
Okay.
And actually, since my graduation, I used to feel that why I took finance, I should go into marketing. I'm a people person. I like to communicate. I like to be around products and the those fields like branding and advertisement. So
Yeah.
your cultural activities go hand in hand. Okay, your creativity is needed in marketing. So those all came round circle and I managed to take marketing as a specialization in Vivekanand. So this was the whole journey till reaching
Quite
PGDM.
interesting. Quite interesting to know that. So that is how you landed up here. Okay, with a lot of permutation combinations that you kept on trying. Okay, that was good. Now that you finally joined Vivekanand, and that was a wise decision for you. Okay, considering all the options. Okay, that you just told. So like coming in a B school, that too. Okay, during the pandemic. Okay, where things were online. Okay, that was also kind of a big question mark in a lot of people's mind. Okay, they are now going for an online form of MBA. How will that help you grow? So tell us your growth path. Okay, that happened during the MBA process. Okay, in Vivekanand Business School.
Online also it was quite great actually. The presentation modes actually, I was expecting to go to the college and learn, but the online board was also quite helpful because the teachers were quite brilliant in the teaching process. So and we had many activities each month. Okay, there are different cells we have to work with. So I was a part of two cells, which is business incubation cell, which is totally regarding incubating a company, incubating a product or something related to entrepreneurship. And the second was the corporate social responsibility. So I was quite happy with the environment. I was working with the incubation cell. I was developing my own products. I was developing something for the society, and I have two, three products, business models which I have with me, which I can further think of to create a business of. So that just happened because of the incubation center of the college. Apart from that, I learned about corporate social responsibility, like giving back to the society, giving back to the people. Yes, whatever you can do for the society. So it was a great learning of that.
Yeah.
So apart from the education, we were quite involved in all these activities. And apart from this, I was active with business plan competitions, entrepreneurship, and everything. So getting knowledge about copyright, trademarks, patenting, licensing, everything. So I knew that I had leadership qualities in me, and I started developing it even more.
So, like going a step back, okay, I was just wondering, okay, so through which exam you cracked, Vivekanand Business School? Okay, if you can tell us a little about that as well.
So I went through CET actually.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So, like, how much was your CET percentile roughly?
It was 80 percentile.
80 percentile. Okay, great. So with 80 percentile in CET, then you apply for the PGDM program, and then okay, you got through it. Great. Tell us a little bit more about the learning and the development side. Okay, in terms of the industry exposure. Okay, so you mentioned about the internship. Okay, you mentioned about the incubation center. Okay, but many times we get to know that you interact with a lot of people coming up from the industry itself. Okay, through whom you learn. So tell us a bit about that, okay, in your MBA journey.
So there were many faculties who used to arrange in the industry what we say, the corporate leaders used to come on the campus for the purpose of giving guest lectures. So actually, it was a, a short part where you understand that whatever you're learning, that's just 10 to 20% of what you're going to apply in the corporate. The things are going to be different over there, and you have to make a plan or schedule yourself in such a way that you try to gain learning from outside as well, not just you keep on learning from the institute and the books and the faculties. You have to learn from outside as well. So do major internships, do multiple internships, try to find out what exactly your personality is. And our institute is really good with that aspect as well. So we have MBTI test and various other tests which makes us understand what kind of personality we belong to. And my personality was certainly the leadership and everything. It involved leadership, creativity, and ideation. So my personality was revolving over that zone. So I knew it way before my college told me about it. I knew it that I'm a leader. I'm quite creative. So I knew it before, and I was working in that direction.
Okay.
So, yeah. So in this way, industry exposure was given. Like we couldn't go to IVs or any industrial visit or anything. But whatever we got in this online mode was just guest lectures and having conversation, one-on-one conversation with the mentors who had actually worked in the corporates.
Yes. So now tell us about this the job that you cracked. Okay. So like obviously a dream job for a lot of people. Okay, and I know that when you have the best of the placements coming on campus. Okay, so a lot of students are obviously fighting for it, and the competition within the B school is what now you have to deal with. Okay, which is like all the smart people around you. Like before MBA, like it's like already filtered. Now you have all the smart chaps, in the room, and then they are going to fight for it. So how, what was your prep for cracking, the best placement, on campus?
So first of all, I'd like to thank my institute to apply for this particular company, because this company had come for a campus pool placement. Okay, so this company had 150 institutes registered under it. And our institute was one of them, one of the institute who had applied for this Khimji Ramdas job. Okay. And there were other institutes like IIMs, then we had Symbiosis, KJ Somaya, then we had Xavier's Institute of Management, TAPMI, Great Lakes. These institutes were also the part of the campus placement process of Khimji Ramdas. So when I got to know this, actually I was really afraid. First of all, I was afraid to apply for this company. First of all, we received this mail in somewhere around October 21, and the placement process was about to start at that time. And there were few companies coming, and this was the first company with the highest package mentioned, like 19.75, and everyone was shocked at this is a huge package. Should I apply? Do I have the caliber in me to convert this particular company? So this was the first company I had applied on campus, and this was the final company because it got closed. The second company which I had an option to go was General Mills at that time. So Khimji Ramdas when was introduced, General Mills was also introduced at that time. So I didn't apply. I had applied to General Mills as well, but I didn't sit for the further process because I was converted with Khimji Ramdas. In an institute, your faculty and mentors also play an important role to groom you in a better way. So all this happened. I applied to this company. So the placement process was quite simple. Every company coming on campus has an aptitude test. So this company's aptitude based the test was basically on data sufficiency questions, and I knew what questions I was doing my own research for the aptitude test as well. So there were many people on Quora telling that the questions are related to quants, mostly data sufficiency, and apart from that, there's a few questions on verbal, major quants, few verbal, and few logic questions. So major was quant. So I was weak in quant. I knew it way before, in the undergrad, I knew that I'm weak in quant. So my campus, my institute, they actually there was they just not prepared me, they prepared each and every student in the campus for the aptitude test. So you have verbal cons and your logic. Everything was covered by the campus. They used to teach us via a third party source, which is Vidya Vikalp Education, some software, and we used to learn from there. And apart from that, our institute also prepared for the GD process and the personal interview. So it was a quite happening mocks happening in the institute. So that also really prepared me for this particular job. So the process was convert. You have to first clear the aptitude, then you have to go for the preliminary interview, then you have to go for a GD, which is outstation. My location was in Delhi for the GD and personal interview. So I was out of my comfort zone, out of my comfort state. Okay.
Yeah.
So I had to travel there. I have to stay for one night, and then I have to go for a GD. This was the first time experience for me, because I've never moved out of Mumbai itself, I can tell you. So it was something new for me, and it was something I should have tried way before also. I was quite afraid, but I could manage that during when the interview process was happening. So I cleared the preliminary interview, and on the day of the GD and personal interviews, there were 300 students who were there for the process, and the whole process was for 7 days. And I had applied for the 7th day to give an interview. So here also it's quite risky to go on the last date, because you never know that if they have 5 slots, if they get five caliber students in the previous slots, so they are anyhow going to reject you. So I took the 7th day for the interview in Delhi. GD went really well. GD was also quite a place where I could learn something new from the GD which happened over there. And the personal interview was kind of a stress interview. It was not education based interview. It was totally personality based. What knowledge I had about marketing. It was few about the knowledge which I had. It was more about the personality which I pursued in me.
I think that's great insight. Okay, and especially someone with from Vivekananda Business School coming and cracking international placement of 19.75. Definitely, it's worth listening to you. Okay, and students definitely will get a lot of insights. Okay, to apply in their own decision making. So thanks a lot, Gaurav. Okay, it was great talking to you. Okay, and we wish to have further more interactions with you, to guide students. Okay, for their decision making.